Once, in the shadowed heart of a world torn asunder, a man stood amid the ashes of despair, peering into the abyss, not to fall, but to find a flicker of light. His name was Viktor Frankl, and this is no mere tale of survival, but a fable of the soul's quiet triumph over the unspeakable. Gather close, for this is a story of man's search for meaning, woven from the threads of the nightmare that became a lantern for us all. In the bitter winter of 1942, fate swept Frankl, a Jewish psychiatrist from Vienna, into the inferno of the Nazi death camps. Separated from his wife, Tilly, and his parents, he entered Auschwitz not only as a man of flesh, but as a seeker of something enduring. The camps were a crucible, cold, gray, merciless. Starvation shriveled bodies. Cruelty stripped identities, reducing people to numbers inked on skin. Yet amid this bleak wasteland, Frankl discerned a profound truth, flickering like a star through storm clouds. Suffering, though inescapable, could not extinguish the last human freedom, the power to choose one's inner response. Imagine him there, gaunt, shivering in tattered stripes, slogging through mud beneath a sky that wept ash. Around him, men withered, some into apathy, others into brutality. But Frankl clung to a vision, Tilly's face, radiant in memory, whispering strength. He spoke to her in silence, forging meaning from a void. One dawn, as blood-red light seeped over the barracks, he remembered a patient from Vienna, a man who found purpose in caring for his orphan child. Frankl asked himself, could even this hell conceal a spark of purpose? Then he saw it, in a prisoner sharing his last crust of bread, a fragile act of humanity. The answer was yes. Through endless days and nights, Frankl refined his philosophy, logotherapy, a healing through meaning. He discovered that survival hinged not on brute strength, but on the hope of reunion, the dream of unwritten books, the promise of lives yet to rebuild. During one punishing march through frozen fields, a fellow prisoner collapsed, lost to exhaustion. Frankl, too, felt the seduction of surrender. But then he summoned a vision, himself years hence, standing before a warm room, recounting this exact moment. That vision lifted his feet, one step at a time, past the barbed wire despair. Liberation came in 1945, a fragile dawn. The camps fell silent. The survivors emerged as echoes of themselves. Frankl learned that Tilly and his family were gone, swallowed by the Holocaust's insatiable hunger. Grief threatened to consume him, but he refused to let it define him. Instead, he wrote, pouring his anguish and insight into man's search for meaning, a work born of ashes. He taught us that life does not ask, why me? But rather, what now? Meaning, he said, isn't found in fleeting happiness, but in love, in purpose, in the dignity of enduring what seems unbearable. And so, this fable closes not with a neat ending, but with a mirror. Frankl, the quiet weaver, set down his loom and left it to us. He showed that even in the blackest night, a single candle of purpose can burn brightly enough to guide us home. Key takeaways. Let's break it down. Power of choice. No matter the circumstance, you always have the power to choose your attitude. That's strength. Meaning is made. It's not handed to you. It's crafted from the little things. Love, dreams, perseverance. Suffering has depth. Pain can be a teacher, revealing purpose and resilience you didn't know you had. Love this story? Smash that like button. Subscribe for more soulful insights. And let's keep this flame of meaning burning bright.